Alright, I don't know if you can hear me. Live streaming, oh man, begins like 5 minutes. So let's see if what we can accomplish here, because there's quite a bit of interesting subjects I want to speak about. What's that pop up? Let's see. Click. So I wait, about 5 minute mark. So skip to the 5 minute mark if you want to participate, listening, or in commenting, or down below. I'm going to try we upload this, obviously, but yeah, I'm just making sure I get everything situated right now. Let's see. What is the time? Going to be around 5 minute mark. Full screen, add. Alright, here we go. There we go. Finally got that fixed. So yeah, totally, like I'm going to have quite a bit to talk about here soon. Quite a bit. Yeah, it's almost 2 minutes to go. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad out here. Of course, the air finally kicked on. Also, I want to talk about that, before we get started. I don't mind if no one shows up. This is out of blue anyways. But still, it's like, the air? Oh my god, like, in this place, it's like reptilians are everywhere. Now, get this. In the summertime, it is freaking like an oven. Literally. Like, I swear to God. And everyone just allows the door to be wide open. It's almost like if they get a chill, they fall apart, or they said or some said they get itchy or whatever. Damn, I swear to God. It's really strange that all summer been almost like hell. The cool air got sucked out of this apartment. Insane. Winter, it was a little problem too, I suppose, but now it's better than summer. And I'm wondering if this winter going to be any different. Maintenance is sluggish, of course, and not English, obviously. But I did manage to get some things fixed. Whew. So, I mean, other than plastic on my bed and demonic parasites running amok throughout society, I think I'm living. But it's looking like a lot of people going to be hurt this winter. A lot of humans, actually, too. It's really problematic because, even if you're not human, the reason why you have to care about humanity, because if it wasn't for humanity still being around, you would be toast. The time travelers, how they are always saying this and that, peace, free will, and that much change and stuff. Most of them are liars. Most of them are liars. Literally. They get caught a lot. Even I had to pay money to a live stream just to ask a question that they could not answer. They could not answer. Literally. Multiple questions, by the way. That's just one. What was that? It's one of those time traveler. Where they got pretty big with that one fake time traveler, and he comes out after a while, and he exposes that he's now a fake time traveler, and he always spoke out, even got on news organizations, even just for, I suppose, attention or something like that. That is insane. That is insane. Now here we got Kit Dunn, got Mugsy, and Alex Collier and others. I still got problems with them. They seem to differ wide variety of what they need to talk about, how they need to talk about. They seem to not be coming together with any humans or care to know where the humans are. It's insane, right? Like Alex Collier, dude, no way he don't know about me. No way. If he don't know about me, I would be shocked. Literally shocked. And I do dare think that he is a dominant puppet because of this. Like, he knows where I am. He knows I exist. Dude, no way. So let me get it straight. So this guy, Alex Collier, he literally does not know. Literally does not know who I am. When he is a dominant contactee, represents a dominant people, just like how he did not think that, and he still doesn't think, I don't think, that flat Earth is real. Like, somehow he thinks that it's spinning, and that the what did ball earthers always say, the rotation or something like that it will turn on an axis or some shit. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a ball earth turning on an axis? Like, can you imagine the force and the velocity of that? That gotta be insane. Not just insane, but unreal. But yeah, let me get it straight. So not only is he led to believe certain things that I cannot imagine how he was led on so long and for what reasons. Or, I mean, he would lie to his, the people who pay him. The people who pay him. Like, he had no principles, no values at all. No values, no principles, and apparently no self-discipline. Now, I mean, just this week, or, weeks this week, I had been eating like once a day or something like that. I've been very dragged down. Jeez. Oh, yeah, I don't mind that, periodically eating once a day. But I've been trying to work out, increase my rib cage, and therefore metabolism, sort of ways. Professionals only, right? Literally, I can just manipulate my body. Like, I can crack my back, crack my neck, limber my back, do little exercise here and there, squats, dumbbells, multiple ways, as long as it's not too much, my body is totally okay, equipped to actually handle such a thing, right? But Alex Collier looked like he can't even do 5 pounds at all. He's just like a tub of mud. Dressed well, look clean, with a little wisp in his white hair. Look, I don't like attacking people personal looks and stuff, but there's no representative in him. And you would think that he would dare find someone like him around. You think that he would. But apparently he can't. Why is that? Why is that? Why can he not at all find anyone who represents anything? It's insane. I think he's controlled by the Drominans. To what degree, I don't know. But I do realize that there was something deeply unsettling at play. To what degree, I don't know. But they're manipulating. I know that. That's always going to be a fact. They're manipulating with me, my world, my humanity, everyone, everything going on surrounding us. Because it's always going to be the case. You can try to act like, oh, you know, why do I care about humans? Oh, I'm human, sure, you know, blah, 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 you know, bigger back and forth, and you just ignore humanity as a whole, right? Or part of what actually is human. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if humanity falls, regardless if it's actually a small percentage compared to a large percentage or not, doesn't matter if ands or buts about it. We all fall. There's nothing to stop the floodgate. Because apparently this place flooded back in the day with the Great Mud Flood. Does anyone not remember this Great Mud Floods, huh? I got some videos on that too. Let me see if I can find that on my channel. For everyone. Let's see. Is it this? No, wait, it's this. I think it's oh yeah. Let's try this.
The technology of our past lost to us after the last reset.
Keep in mind, I didn't make this video. It was someone else. Got the TikTok right there. You can see it. I don't like taking all the credit anyways. But can you imagine something like that existing right there? Jeez. Like, what he just used. Like, how rich was he back then? That kind of bad for your junk, if you know what I mean. But anyways, look at it, look at it.
To us after the last reset.
So that's a simple thing, right? Apparently, doesn't exist now. Look at this. Look at this. How did that even take place? Look, something simple as a pump roller doesn't exist in modern age. Literally. How does that even make any sense at all? It doesn't. It doesn't. I'll give it a like for that. For myself. Jeez. Because, damn, that is insane. And you notice my channel don't get views. Look at it. Look at it. Guy right here. You can see it right here. Like, look at that. Like something that simple and portable. You can take that to work. Literally. Probably fold it or have a seat connected to it. Something like that could be put in his work locker or something like that. Easily. Easily. And he's just strolling and everyone looking at him. And he getting video cameled, by the way. This is like publicity. The clone alien hybrids. These alien Lumina Dark Ball entities, fallen angel, starseeds, or whatever you want to call them. Lucifer's army, or whatever you want to call it. What they did was they made mass propaganda films like this, and they made it isolated, where very few had such a thing. Not all, very few. So if it did got leaked out slowly over time by whatever means, because clearly there is a light and dark out here, and apparently the light is the one that actually released this, footage, right? What was available. I guess they could have made their own footage, but see, the dark wanted to isolate and control everything, right? So light had to release its film projects that took place back in the day, or they had to make their own, which that would get more involved than simply taking what is already around and releasing it. So there's a certain level of intervention right there, and light don't like doing that, but there's always intervention against humans, right? So what's the difference? Anyway, back to what I was. So. Look at this. So, how is this not a modern thing? How is it not selling for like $250 or whatever? This is something that literally can save lives, right? Because apparently what we got is walking over place, homeless and shit. But now all you gotta have is some contraption like this, and you can pedal your way every which direction, as long as it got a fine flat area. And look at all these like bicycle tracks in towns and stuff, towns and cities, projects, little projects, like that. Got one in town here, and it's like all over the place, literally all over the place. Something like this would be very welcoming on that track. He ain't even going that fast, but yeah, I can see contraptions. But I have seen contraptions, however, nowadays, like what this guy has, so for it's like motor electric. Now I don't know if this is a pump or not, but definitely it just showcases how evil is all around us. And I have daydreamed, scenario-aided, or you call lucid dreaming before. I have lucid dreaming before about literally about how I could make a better bicycle so well that it's like all terrain almost, without motor or anything, that it has a high horsepower kick to it. But then I was like deliberating constantly and periodically about how if I could make a chain contraption like that, so could a millionaire, and had more horsepower, so it would go way faster. But then again, it's like it could be dangerous, especially with all these streets like they are, which is insane though. It's not compiled correctly. You got like barely sidewalks at a lot of these streets, and even more so like the bike paths, where you could walk or jog or bike path, right? Guess what? They last forever. Literally last forever. And we know that the cement is brutal when it breaks. Like, it has to be replaced. I think personally that they have a compound that lasts way longer and can be even reused. There is no way, with all the science technology I have seen, we all have noticed, and we got more proof that they keep from us. Literally, with this, right here, this video, they keep from us. It's insane. So much proof that they keep simple, basic truth from us all. Now, I'm getting off track. I need to talk about Alex Collier here. Clearly, we're going to combine this. Here, let me take this and put it in chat. I would love to type right now, but I can't. I try. I just put first video or vid, and then I think space. That wouldn't do it. Alright, so I do that. Paste. Click. first video shared on chat. But guys, it really shows a lot. Let me get through the video, then I talk about how Outs Collier fits in all this dementedness, insanity. I mean, he's just casually going. Jeez. And look at this. What the hell is this? I'll tell you what that is. That is right there is a motor-powered canoe boat or something like that. That is so easily can be made. It's not even freaking funny. But apparently it's a health problem, right? Because look at it. It kind of, you know, does look like that. But they could easily have a fence guard around that. Easily have a fence guard around that, right? And it's like very affordable. Very affordable. But some guy, you know, just makes it in his garage, I think. And have video of it. Someone campaign, you know, around and just find some guy making a video like this. Look at it. Look how fast the other person had to go to be able to literally see the video. Now, this is why I also think that the aliens, you know, took this video, because look at it. Look how sturdy that was. Like, I know film crews can, you know, do stuff like that, but you got to go a certain amount fast, certain speed to make sure you catch up. And look how steady the footage is. You almost can't make this stuff up, but apparently, I mean, multiple angles. Are you serious? Let me go back. Now, the boats right down here, I suppose that they have camel crews there. I can't see it precisely, but like someone with a video recorder or something like that, right? Now I presume that is what's going on. So I guess they compiled the footage, but let's be honest. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some wages out there, fallen seed agents that don't mind actually helping out humanity. But then I see the opposite, the false light. Let me continue. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. That. Let's go back. Look. What did he do? Did he went up the stairs? I couldn't tell. Okay, he went through a gate, but he going downstairs. Let's go back on that. Look how easily that was. Easy. Look how easy that is. Where is the technology? This ain't, you know, killing, you know, kids or whatever even more than a bicycle, I don't think. And even so, you know, they could have guards in front. Or something. But, you know, it's like, it's insane. I forgot what this was. It's a tank or something like that. Look at it. Look at it. This is literally a tank. And it's like old, by the way. What the hell did we all just saw? It goes oval another? Like what? What is powering it? Like when we look at tanks, it, you know, they pretty big or and like but you know, look at this, like it's on tracks. What's going on here? Oh, it's just in a side of it too. Look at that. I have another video I had to upload that has more of this, by the way, from this guy. It's a TikTok. It says the Doctor Backup. TikTok at the Doctor Backup, like backup count. And look at, they are literally on the side. Look at this. This is public transportation right here. This is probably electric. I don't see no gas guzzling effect, do you? Can't see it. So, it's like something that adding up. Oops. Damn it. Didn't met that. But yeah, it's like, okay, so let me get back on track. Look at Alex Collier right here. Alright. Now, I'm not going to play his video like this. I would record it off live stream if I have anything to mention about, except for not Mugsy, because, you know, she don't upload anymore, you know, channel, and I dare her to take action against my privated video. But however, for Alex Collier though, right now, I'll get to them, Kent Dunn and Mugger's next. But still, Alex Collier, I just want you to look at him, right? He seems to be feel conflicted, right? More so than not, right? I'm anticipating a lot. He's anticipating a lot. But yet, there's something else going on too, that there's no unity with humanity. There's a separation, segregation. Like, wow. And you got all these forces at play, right? He can't say a principle. He can't say a proper value. And when he talk about feminine principle, there's no principle behind what he says. Literally. I gotta get some water. Now, I don't know the rules of engagement. The rules of engagement, alright? But it seemed like a higher authority is it wedged in between the so-called light workers, so-called, and the dark workers, right? The bad guys and the good guys. Some higher authority seem to be wedged right in between all. Now, I can't imagine they would be wedged in between to such a degree that would not allow me and my humanity to escape these demonic parasites. If we want to reform a proper community, we should be allowed to have it, right? Now, supposedly the Dark Ones lost the battle, right? I hear good news, you know, but I'm not seeing it yet. We still see that Joe Hayden constantly making messed up appearances. Now, okay, I seem to be also like not getting directly involved in talking about what I don't like about Alex Collier. I already said most of what I don't like. You know, he's ill feminine father figure. He doesn't represent anything. But he also mentioned one time, I remember, that he would run for office. Now, what reputation? I don't know. Like, Drawman and Footstool. And he wants to go back to a Drawman, by the way. He's very friendly with extraterrestrials. Now, it could be Stockholm Syndrome, though. Could be that, too. I could totally understand that because I got, like, PTSD or something like that, right? Like, literally. This is why I bicker about this and that, too. It's like, this is like some type of inner stress. And it's torture. It truly is torture. But now, Alex Collier family, probably not human children. It's children that he procreated with someone. Probably is not human. Probably Drawman kids, by the way, from Drawman. Who knows how that works? But that's my guess. But nonetheless, though, somehow they got the, jab because the mother had to, go around him and get him that, I don't know much about his personal life, and I don't really care. But when you don't represent yourself, how could you be anyone's role model? If you can't represent properly, how can you be any one role model when you all feeling based? And he got caught so many times talking about feelings and love and light and blah blah blah, and no principles, no construct. He even disregarded construct. I cannot believe I heard that too. I think I made a video about that. I can't remember, or I plan to, but you know, because of my own tiredness. But I made videos enough where it's just like impossible. He literally denounced flat earthers. Like, are you serious? He can't even do basic research. He listened. I presume that I haven't heard though directly that the Dramans told him directly that it's round Earth, but it looked like he trusts them and what they say, how they say it, no matter what. He don't question them, but apparently his mind spins right now. This one time I want to talk about. I don't know. Again, I don't know if it was this webinar or another webinar, but I had planned maybe to make a video, but again, I was so fatigued and PTSD driven, and I depressed for one reason. The demonic parasites that are all throughout society, and Matrix and stuff. But he did mention. And I did my famous forget. Yeah, a short term forget. Yeah. Because that's how fatigued I am. Because it's a affliction in my life. All things will be known in the future. I can't remember what I was going to talk about. Damn. Interesting. I think the Matrix, letting me know it exists still. Well, I also heard about that. Yeah, I would speak about that. Supposedly, it's some alien grades that have keys to the Matrix computer or something like that, which is kind of weird when you think about it. We talking about like reality bending machines, planetoids, literally whole planets bending reality or dimensional space and doing weird stuff, right? Godlike stuff, right? We're talking about that level of technology. We ain't talking about some limited technology here. We're talking about huge technology, right? Potentially. And apparently the certain amount of Pacific alien-like grades, gray aliens, have keys that are necessary, and apparently half of them already been, taken, and apparently the Dark Cabal flinched and made a reaction. Rightfully so, because they losing power. They're going to have to make up for that lost power. Now I understand to trick them, but who say it wasn't actually real, because most likely it was. And what response they got. That's why I heard from Alex Collier here though, but oh yeah, I would remember now. Yeah. It sometimes come back to me, especially if I think hard enough about it. I got a lot of things I could talk about and stuff. So yeah, I remember this one time when he got immersed in love and light, or something like that, or he was interdimensional. This was a while back, but it also something he said recently, not that long ago. I don't know if it's this webinar or not, but yeah, it's like he became nothing but like a spirit or whatever, right? High vibration, very, very high, right? High as any kite could go, in space. You know what I mean? Metaphor, very high density, right? I don't know how high, maybe 5th dimension or 6th dimension, I don't know. But he loved it. He was like, oh my God, everyone needs to know about this. Now, that instantly reminds me of Mugsy, how she went to get rid of the whole physical aspect and become her own god or some shit. Because if she can't dictate here, she's going to dictate somewhere else. This is what I understood from her. But anyways, but Alex Collier seems to be more of a cuck, and he needy or something like that. But I can understand, emotions, one deep when you are weak, flesh, you don't work out, you become weak. Like, if it wasn't for my lifting weights, I would have been like a wet pup, in the corner, wet pup in the corner, moaning, groaning, getting, all kinds of, messed up, psychologically. I would have been very weak mentally, psychologically, but because I lift weights, because I honed my skills, what skills I got, principles, values, self-discipline, fitness, try to, gain health, cracking my back, neck, limbering my joints, and, was it lumbering? No, limbering, yeah. Anyways, moving around, body postures and stuff, health, right? And try to be intelligent, feel understanding, wise. If it wasn't for my strengths, too, I would have been broken. So, I mean, Alex Collier not even half of me, whatever I just said. And he looks to be very concerned here and there, even though he, his spirits is high. But yeah, and that's what he also said recently, what I'm going to get to, where he expects everyone to be full of emotion and spirit, to evolve to that degree or whatever. Like, I call that de-evolving, actually. Yeah, de-evolving. In fact, it reminds me of a Futurama episode with its Star Trek characters make a cameo in Futurama, and they battle to a death because some gaseous spirit like consciousness wins him to, right? He had no physical form, and he had a mother, right? So it's like he was a kid in the basement playing with toys of reality, right? People, right? Like a cube, kind of, right? And I swear to God, Whippet's pup in a world, right? Or a universe, I'm at existence. And he got called back home or whatever, I don't know, something like that. Interesting episode, interesting concept. People don't usually understand this concept, or even years later, right? But I can, and I'm very wise. Very wise. So, but yeah, when you think about everything, how it is, it's very physical, or experiential. It has to be grounded in some shape, form, or way, right? So I presume he talking about, or alluring to a fact, he didn't mention it, I remember, about imagination or construct, right? But the way he actually mentioned it, usually when you say something, you gotta sell what you try to say, right? You're gonna have to sell what you try to say. And what he's selling is like ill feminine values, right? All emotion, spirit, very emotional type frequency and stuff, right? And nothing of real substance, nothing grounding yourself, right? So no intelligence. He literally said all emotion, but he never said anything about intelligence or knowledge. He didn't say anything around the facts of intelligence and knowledge. I remember this. And that what got me really pissed off, like, whoa. And I complained about it too. I might have made a video. I don't know. Wait, I didn't anyways. If I didn't, then, yeah, Matrix's will. How nerve-wracking I am. Nerve-whacked, I mean. Nerve-whacked, not nervous. And, yeah, it's nerve-whacked, right? Like I'm, like, PTSD all the way, right? And, I'm tacking, I'm like being offensive, yeah, offensive. And for good reason. Look at what all I know. Look at all I know. Why I know it. It's insane. Truly. Truly. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. But he was all about emotion. He was not about anything of truth. Seriously, he was not anything of truth or knowledge. He ain't even for that, like, good old justice, right? He ain't even good for justice. Now, tell me how that represents, right? Tell me in any way, shape, or form how that represents. It doesn't make sense. It can't represent anything. Look how alone I am. How alone I am. Like I'm a lone wolf. Why my title is of this live stream is Red Pill Wolf and Warrior podcast, right? Like you're a lone wolf, but yet we are gathering on a one wolf. Those who don't want to heal or participate in the truth, probably chasing these females. Here, let me say this, and I get to Mugsy and Dunn situation. I might have to make a separate video specifically about that too. Let me look at No, wait, not this. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'll get to that moment. Here we go. Clickity click click.
Without children. You single woman without children.
Okay, she assumes that she is a woman automatically because what? She had children? That don't make sense. How does that make sense? That don't make sense. How can you be a woman? Can't prove yourself? And I presume you ain't a truther, because if you are, you won't be making a TikTok like this. Eventually, at that age where you look, you would definitely, if you was a truther, I would presume that you would be like neck deep in truth, like I am. If not consumed by truth and justice. Oh yeah. But apparently you're not. So you're not even more a woman than when I was a boy. It's like you like a girl. Like you are a child, and yet it's like anything goes, but yet you are propped up. Nice house. Where you got that from? I could make some guesses. I can make some guesses how your lifestyle, how you got to point A to point B to stay asleep as long as you have. Is that fair? But whatever. Anyway, let's continue. Let's see this cuckiness not necessarily cuckiness, but like for the black pill, the wrong way, right? The wrong way. But yet they for the physical, but not the emotional, right? So, and you see that his channel icon is literally a frog. I know Pepe the frog, obviously, but let's be honest. Come on, not taking it too far, just like Undead Chronic and zombie, fantasy or whatever. He said he was blonde haired, right? So I don't know where you got brown locks and green skin, but whatever. Anyways, but yeah, you could tell that there was some type of reptile or amphibian, characteristics among these individuals, or so-called individuals. They are super baby truthers, like low truthers, very low. I'll get to that later too about baby truthers. This is going to be a long webinar and impact your life in so many different ways. So much truth, so much raw truth, so much to cover. I could literally do this once a week and I have something new to cover. Yeah. Now, let's listen to what he had to say, and he is very sexually predatorial in a way, in his approach, understanding. Right? He's not aggressive, but it's like not necessarily like a hippie, but yeah, he would be for sex. And you can check the channel out. It's right here. Wibby the Party Frog. Yeah, he all about that party, but he don't want to hook up. And if they get pregnant, hey, you know, that's how it is, right? Single mom. And he dashes, right? So that doesn't help anything in the community. So I guess they don't have a community. So I'm for my own humanity community. But yeah, I get punished and they just have, you know, a party all goddamn time, right? At who expense? Humanities? So there you go. Like, but he don't care. 32, you know, 0.1K, yeah, I bet, subscribers. Anyways, but yeah, got these being propped up and not humans. Matrix is still around, causing humanity problems, and we ain't allowed to come together yet, apparently. But we will, and we will, see, you know, videos like this. No matter what, we'll study, we'll expose, like I'm doing right now, because, you know, it's like Santa Claus. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you are awake. He knows if you've been naughty or nice. You know, basically like that, right? We will know everything in the future. What we need to know, how we need to know it. So when you put your shit out there, make sure that you are for like truth, justice, and you prove it, and you're willing to fight for it, even when you are a cornered animal or supposed to be treated like an animal, caged animal in society. Now you don't have to be victimhood about it, but apparently those who are like me, like freaking John Connor, who's a threat to the AI Matrix. Good John Connor Terminator reference right there. Anyways, apparently I'm a threat, and someone like this, Wibby the Party Frog, is not. Let's see what he says. And you know, he got some very bad videos about how he sees things. I swear, this is insane. But okay, no more talking.
You tell me when you're available, let's fucking go. Throw down. We can meet in a common ground. Just make sure people don't know who the fuck I am so I can do stupid shit.
Oh!
Doing stupid shit.
That much is apparent, lady. Like doing TikTok videos like this. Ugh, look at that face. I thought Halloween was over, boys. What am I even looking at here?
Single woman with
TikTok videos like this. Ugh, look at that face. I thought Halloween was over, boys. What am I even look?
Yeah, and also that's where I come up with boys recently. That where I say, you know, boy, you know, calling it as an insult. I wonder where I got it from. Oh, apparently it's Wibby the Party Frog where I got that insult from. Well, I call supposed men boys, but I could call them guys or male giants. I mean, so on and so forth. But you know, why not, you know, use my own terminology? So I'm basically sub to guys like this so I can thoroughly prove, like in this video, by the way, what the state, the mindset of today society, clone alien hybrids, right? Who are clearly not for will truth and will justice. He's partying like it's no tomorrow. It's insane. Now, I do want to get to Kid Dunn and Mugsy, so I'll get to that right now. Clickity click click. Whoa, get rid of that part.
In Russia, in southern Russia, and they said to stop attacking China and start
all over the place today, tonight. But hey, you know what? I gotta make a live stream about this. Hey, and I gotta put my 2 cents out there. And I know AI is listening. I know their AI is listening through and through. So I know that even I am being, you know, seen as naughty or nice. And hey, you know, when I'm being treated like an animal, yeah, don't blame me if, you know, I take people's, or not humans' reputations, clearly not human, right? Reputations down with me. And I hope not my humanity along with it, because damn. Whew. But yeah, okay. Here's the thing. I think it's what, a 10-minute mark.
Was determined to become the Eden. That is why we have a terraformed garden. We have water that was put here, and in order to protect us from the freezing waters of space, they had to put a terra dome over us to protect us. And they had to create an environment that is very much biological, that the body had to be, so that when we graduated and we became a biological angel, that we could go to other planets and help other biological beings. So we
see what there? It's a separation of community. She don't want to be around men. Well, I mean, she might want to fuck, you know, a men level, right? But she don't want the responsibility, right? She would have a birth control or be a spiritual husk or some shit, right? A crystalline body or whatever, you know, they talk about in fifth dimension or something like that. Anyways, but nonetheless, so it's, you know, she wants her cake and eat it too, and she wants to travel the universe. Literally, that's what she said, basically right here. You know, let's go back a little bit.
is what was determined to become the Eden. That is why we have a terraformed garden. We have water that was put here, and in order to protect us from the freezing waters of space, they had to put a terra dome over us to protect us. And they had to create an environment that is very much biological.
All right, here it comes.
That the body had to be, so that when we graduated and we became a biological angel, that we could go to other planets and help other biological.
See? Not help. She wants to screw over or screw with. And even if she does want to help, again, it fallen seeds, right? Here's the thing, though. I have heard that we are the last of this, you know, whole Dark Cabal bullshit, right? The last of the stronghold of the alien Illuminati Dark Cabal entities, Lucifer, Wayne, or whatever, Terror, is here, right? This is the last pit stop of this, right? And it's a very die-hard movement, it seems. But I suppose, you know, time goes slower for us, but speeds up for them or whatever. You know, they got the high ground, right? Technically, the higher dimension, Creator God and his flock had the higher ground, the highest ground. And I think he's trying to be reasonable about all this too. You know, free will and stuff, you know, and be very generous. He holding back because I bet he could just, you know, swipe and take out massive amounts of plants easily. However, look, okay. At the end of the day, though, like, regardless of what you believe in, there's good and there's bad, right? There's light and there's evil. And Mugsy is part of the, I wouldn't say the evil, but the lower light. Right? The lower lights, if not the false light, because how he wants to go about things is definitely not making much sense. Like, what's he going to do, huh? Rule over animals? I don't understand. Help other animals out? She does want to go to 6th dimension plus and stuff like that. I even hear recently she wants to go to 10th dimension. Like, are you serious? Go 10th dimension? Wonder why she wants to go to 10th dimension so badly. Because that's like 4 dimensions higher than when you can actually be able to create your own, you know, godlike space, right? So I've heard. Like, you can be a creator, right? You can do experiments and stuff like that, blah, blah. Like you are graduated from 5th dimension, right, to 6th dimension. But this is what she says. Again, okay, you know, regardless if it's true or not, this is what she talks about. She wants to escape so badly and become her own god and dictate so badly. I'm a little worried. like, the things I have understood from her, and I've said time and time again how she, segregates. She uses terms and segregate, and she denounce wanting to help or promote free will. She actually calls people out. And I have made videos, series of videos, constantly about this. And, what does Dunn do? He agrees. I understand, he could agree just to, get on with the day or something like that. But back in the day, he did more than agree. More and more. But nowadays, it seems like, some things might be catching up with him, and he don't want to, go neck deep anymore. And he wants to go, like, waist level at most. And barely even that. Because, he wants to go, like, knee level and stuff. Mugsy is not a good representative. Like, I could look like shit anytime, anywhere, right? Like, dirty, stinky, like, I haven't took a shower and I, look like shit, basically, right? Whatever reasons, right? And I still got more quality inside me than she ever will. You take all the surface layer, and you look into us, each of us, and you really study the inner, mental, psychological wisdom of us, and you see that she is shit. She is so shit, it's not even freaking funny. But yeah, I am like gold, silver, and other, valuable, well, I'm very valued, right? Very valued. I'm for, all to have rights, but, when it comes down to either it's going to be my humanity or you all, not humans, anywhere, any shape, form, state, a being, who you think I'm going to pick? Who you think I'm going to go to war with to save my own ways? It seems like everything's surrounding us, and you want to just use us as farm cattle so you can harbor you spill it like a parasite in our vessels. That's what it looks like what you all wanted to do so badly, but then you have this obligation with the creator god, and he wants this or that to take place, and you'd be like, nah, we still want to invest on a side here, we want to take, but so badly, so we're going to take you a proposition, we're going to try not to sweat it in our sweater, what I mean, off its sweater or whatever, and we're going to try not to, also too much, try to prepare worthy future human hybrid vessels, for ourselves, like, I mean, serious, like, there's a confliction here where they want to use us, but they also put to help us. That's also probably one of the reasons why they're using the secret space force from the dark side to use them in the light side. And I also heard Mugsy also talk about, I made a video about this too, was he would shame us for not respecting those who have died and fallen fighting for us. Like, are you sure they were fighting for us? Because some of them got to be like very android, going, doing what they need to do, whatever job they need to do. But I didn't say that specifically, but like, whoever has a high ground, let them die, because science technology is so how would I say, expanded and extreme. It really makes sense that they could do time travel technology and even spatial technology to save anyone from getting blown up, especially like the 200 soldiers I heard one time she talked about. So whoever has a high ground currently should be winning and or supporting the ones that are supposed to be helping humanity, right? I offered before to help so many times, enough times to help out. It doesn't matter if it from for council SIP of any human children or teenagers, you know, councilship. Well, I am a human, right? And I am literally there to help out any way, shape, or form, like a big brother or something like that. You know, I got, you know, get clean weapons in team more. Maybe a little healing. You know, maybe some non-GMOs. Oh yeah, and I'd be like fully aware and able to help way more. The things I could participate in would be, like someone like me and my capabilities. Though my capabilities, yeah, I mean sports, you know, games, you know. I mean, come on, Alex Collier probably play at some board game, some toys or something, you know. But me, I'd be playing basketball with them, and you know, football, and who knows what, you know, video games too. Say like Pokemon or whatever, or sports games, you know, it doesn't matter. Anyways, especially with the holograms or something like that, right? That'd be fun. But yeah, I'll participate. You know, I'll chill out. You know, help out. You know, put them on a right path. That wasn't necessary, right? But apparently, we got a bunch of suspicious super soldiers doing that instead. Now, I understand to a degree anyways, but I have asked so much though, right? So why am I, you know, not allowed to participate any way, shape, or form? Why was I also stunted from actually helping others raise their vibration properly by absorbing energy? See, what you do is you absorb energies and then you can conduct them any way, shape, or form, but you got to make sure you replenish your energy reserves, right? I tried using techniques that no one wants to hear about. Apparently I'm going to have to make some side live streams where I could talk about Pacifics, and I just don't see there any participation. Oh, this ain't all I got, you know, against Mugsy right now. But what I try and do is I try and go for time expanded video live stream, right? And hey, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, you get to barely listen, you know, get a lot more information. You know, like it's called convictions, right? Whenever you can help, you want to help, you should, right? If you can, or you should, right? Because who you are, right? But when you are thrown away in society, locked away like a caged animal, even if you're not thrown out on streets, on concrete at nights, or playground equipment. Playground equipment. Yeah, these officers, they could not necessarily throw me in jail for whatever reasons, right? Because I am human. There is certain amount of protection for someone like me, right? It's almost like I have lessons, right? I get to that in a moment too. But no, it don't make sense. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense. Why do I have to suffer? Am I to see you all as not beings of light? That you are what? Here to only cause us humans problems or opposition? That you want to mingle with us and create some type of corruption? Because that's what I see it as, actually. But we'll find out how it goes, Mugsy. Because I'm not going to let my humanity go and wither in the dark, any way, shape, or form, or even in the light. By the way, what Alex Collier wishes to take place there. I can't get that out of my head now. Qualler, because his belly is so, you know, big. Come on, Alex. Jeez, contact me. I will help you get rid of that belly fat. Jeez. Maybe you need a filter, water filter, you know. Maybe you drink too much tap water. It ain't good for your kids, too. But anyways. Yeah, I got common sense down packed. And I'm hated for it, too. So that's why we're thrown out of society, I suppose. Because I was opposition or I was noise that wasn't really beloved. I probably made too much noise, not having PTSD, I mean. See, get this. I'm a warrior. I fight for a cause for humanity while getting punished by the bad guys, the dark entities. See, one day, I'm going to probably be known as a soldier, Marine, or not actually, but a civilian who survived. A civilian survivor in a way for fighting against the Dark Cabal and stuff. Daring to do this and that. But yet, get this, not only the Matrix, but the false light, not only ignored or shunned me, or they worked against me any way, shape, or form. Well, mostly the Matrix works against you, right? However, I mean, obviously, that was not needed. So I was fighting against the grain, trying to help awaken humanity. So, I mean, I won't say I was maybe on the same level, but I definitely would be somewhat well respected, no matter what, because I actually cared to help. I actually cared to help. And I was promptly not only ignored, but I was being allowed to be thrown around like I was. Now, okay, I'm gonna try to hone in from here on out. Let's see what else this batshit crazy, I suppose, anti-humanist, feminist, greedy, socialist, commie, multiculturalist, so on and so forth. Fake doctor, because all doctors are fake. They just co-op fake cures, or in like double-edged sword like cures. It good, but it's also bad. And how much so, either which way? I mean, it's like picking your poison. Jeez, swears. So many side effects. God damn. But she ain't like that. She trying to all natural. Well, guess what? Her cures are snake oil until they are thoroughly examined, and I have yet to see any reason I should believe in her cures, quote unquote cures, at all. Especially nowadays. So much control, and I don't even respect George, her little god or whatever, or big god. Is he giving her a little too much trunk? Because apparently it's a elephant man, elephant man, maybe to suit, what she likes, or whatever, because you can make your own form when you become a god, Well, regardless though, I mean, come on, let's be honest. I could teach someone better than this, but apparently, well, my accusation can't be denied because too much evidence. Let's continue and try to hone in on the facts more precisely than ever before. Also, absorb energies, and there's a energy point right in between your eyes. Yeah. And hold like a can or a mug, or whatever, and have your thumb and index finger on it. Yeah. And try to resist this bullshit.
Logical beings. So we had to have the same frequency, 7.83, and we had to take in oxygen, and we had to be fed certain foods, which we were not used to. So when the deep state came here, they started poisoning the foods and stuff because we didn't know any better. Because as an angel and a light being, you don't eat. You just live off the plasma from.
Oh yeah, you just rape and pillage humanity as you see fit. Atlantean princess. Spaceports, by the way. But this is something I'm going to get to in a moment here soon.
The sun, right?
Right. You are correct.
So here we are, these little new infantile biological beings handling the
human raping and pillaging took our image. Come on, what the? She acts so innocent, but even if she is technically, I mean,
essence of ourselves, and which is an angelic light body. So only a portion of that could be in here, and we have to use it like an avatar, like what you've been saying. But this is the backstory. And we have to learn how to take care of our biological bodies for the future. We had to learn wrongs and rights. We had to learn how to stay on the path of spirituality and not.
What about truth and justice? She asks for, or she begs for, too much sympathy and respect. I swear to God. Indirectly she does when she talks like this. Like she cute and innocent, whatever, you know. No. She's an occupier, just like the rest of them, against humanity, until they are thoroughly divided from us on the other side of the flat earth, I presume. They work for us indirectly, shipments and internet and stuff like that. Whatever they need to do until they can get the hell away from us on another planetoid or whatever, right? Because we own this, you know, craft, and we own this solar system. Back off. No humanity rights.
I fall off on the fake gold materialistic path. So I'm sure a lot of you are sitting there going, aha, that's it. You probably know what I'm saying is true. And there might be, you know, some differences, like it might not be dirt on the outside of the ship. It might be some kind of a composite that I don't know about. But that was the rudimentaries of what I was taught. So now you're looking at, we've been in a crater. So that's why we've been in a flat earth. And the ice wall is the protection from the outside of the ship, which then turns into dirt. Now, within this craft, there are other craters that are creating a dimension.
Right.
Correct?
Correct. Keep going.
So these other craters, so what happens in the other craters is that they are a training ground for a biological angel with a higher frequency. We've been in the third, which was the hardest. And we came in here to liberate this planet, and also, I believe, to get our financial wealth behind us. Because when you trap...
Right there. That's the greed what I'm talking about. Or, you know, a Bible fanatic would say, oh, yeah, that's a sin, you know. Yeah, that's a sin of being a fallen angel or some shit. But whatever. I should say, you know, it's greedy. You know, I try to keep it simple. I'm not trying to make that much broad statements like I can't prove necessarily. Because I can't prove that they are naturally sinful or something like that. But I can prove that they are pretty detached in some ways, some aspects, nonetheless. I just text Kent Dunn that I've been live streaming a while. Anyways, I missed some of that, but I hope I didn't miss actually the part where she talks about gas stations or something like that. I think this is almost getting to that point. But when she talks about it, and I'm going to point it out precisely though, it's insane, right? But Kent Dunn had to correct her and said the outer moons, right? The outer moons of where? Not the outer moons of a planet, I don't think, or all planets, but specifically, most likely, away from planet Earth. Probably around the solar system, within the solar system. See, be like, you know, they're everywhere or whatever. Let me get to this. All right. She is greedy. She is dictatorial. She wants to, no matter what, get to point A to point B as fast as possible, and she don't want to have any loyalty to her own ways. Biggest problems with Mugsy, and I proved it every step of the way. And they're like minor problems, like she's a little too idealistic. She wants respect JFK. You know, once you're a Dark Cabal member, you always are. You know, come on. There's no way he didn't do something. You know, come on. And Michael Jackson too. Like, come on. I mean, let the past die. You know, kick the paths, to the side or whatever, like a can down the road or whatever. Let's ignore it. Move forward. Let's make the future, the definitive, humanity on this plane of existence or whatever is this location, however it's set up to be. Because people say flat earthers don't believe in space. No, we just saying how they portray space is fake. NASA, right? That's how we say, fake news. They portray things in a fake manner, right? Manipulative manner. A lot. They don't say the true. So it's like a cheap knockoff, right? Of whatever Willie is. Okay, let's continue. Let's hear her out. If I don't need to go back. I hope I don't need to.
I just saw where Mars also has a quantum financial system and a blockchain, and they're going to have their own coin. So when we go to Mars, we're going to...
What? We go to Mars? What? No. I couldn't actually agree with that part. I just cut her off when she said that after he agreed. So I'm giving Kid Dunn a little leeway to, prove that, hey, he is trying to separate himself a little bit, and he only agreeing because, he has to, right? So, but that still doesn't mean, though, come on, if you cannot put together a proper live stream of truth and justice, don't have one at all, especially an hour and 47 minutes, well, minus, if you minus, the commercials, it's probably an hour and 30. But nonetheless, though, come on. Man. So Neville increased it by an hour back in the day. So Neville did that. In fact, you did that when I was in one of my desperate needs, too. Or that following summer, after I got kicked out, and I was disgraced. My family, any wealth I could have accumulated too could have helped me out through those years. Apparently, I was also to be thrown out. That was insane. I asked for help so much, it's not even fucking funny. I lost all those videos. Or the moon got them. If not, time and space, always can go back and download them. Just to download them. Because those are meaningful. That is something that proves that there was a lot of oppression and manipulation. AI could literally pick up on the most smallest things from nowadays to back then. Why would there such a learning problem or understanding problem, or how did I differ in speaking about certain things? What did I look like back then? What was going on exactly? The possibilities, right? Oh, was that a house? So did that house have, and they would come up with things that, Willie, you wouldn't come up with yourself. Did that house have a back unit with the electric company where they creates a frequency? Because that's what happens with a lot of the houses where they, nowadays especially, they want to install a new meter and stuff, and that can create some negative frequencies right there. So that did happen, by the way. That was a new meter, by the way. So yeah, totally can understand, right? So yeah, what were the Matrix doing at that time? They would know everything X, Y, and Z just by taking videos, and that's one of the reasons why they got rid of my formal channel. It's to not only try to discredit me, but to ignore the facts. To make me seem like I'm a recent channel when I'm really not. And I've been around since 2017 or whatever, hard at work. See, I didn't even deny Flat Earth. Flat Earth made sense. Flat Earth literally made sense. I made a anti-cabal alien Illuminati or whatever video. I remember 2017 or whatever, whenever that was. Yeah, I think it was early 2017 or something like that. I do remember. Ew. Oh man, that was craziness. Okay, back to where I was though. But yeah, clearly Mugsy is thinking that she's going to hang around and she going like, how long? How long? Is it 100 or 200 years? You know, it's like, what's going on here? It is after the 50-year probably mark where we are able to go to, you know, Mars and Moon more often, because there are going to be a lot of things that get done here on Earth after this closure, a lot of things. But yeah, all of a sudden we get to go to Mars and stuff. Now, I can understand to a degree, maybe, but not Mugsy. Come on, Mugsy lost a lot of reputation. Like, she had to start from scratch. So if she makes it, you know, that's because of her own capabilities, which is very possible. But I don't think, you know, someone like this should be propped up, torturing humans indirectly, even not humans, her listeners. Man, you should hear a comment sometimes. Jeez, man, I mean, Lucifer is not light, right? But apparently that was what being spoke about, right? I heard a comment like, you really messed people up, you know, when you talked about that nonsense. How Lucifer is good or something like that. Like, wow, you will mess people up with that. It was a lot of things that they mentioned the brightest moment. No, it wasn't. In fact, I gotta say, it could have been way better. Should have been way better, actually. Should have, could have, would have. And they decided to go anti-human. You know, like, not necessarily anti-human, like against humanity, but like a neutral space, right? But it was more not neutral space when Mugsy constantly talks about blockchain, this and that nowadays, and even back then it was talking about the, you know, what do you call it, the reset and stuff, words and stuff. She always says. She said that from day one back in the day. She talked about the reset. You know, just Sarah and whatnot, you know. Could she got a lot better? Could she have got a lot better? I think she's a perfect, she could have actually did once a month instead of every week. You know what I mean? But she had to partner up with a radio show. She had to increase her time limit from 30 minutes every week to hour and 30 minutes with commercials. She had to, you know, keep talking about greed, and saming. She was also, I remember too, one time, and still sticks with me to this day. She said that are the ones that are narcissistic. You know, I bet she would call me narcissistic, right? She asked this serious question to like Kent or Drake. I forgot which one, Drake Bailey or Kent Dunn, but whatever. That if they're going to get zapped with a Zen stick, is that Zen stick full of truth and information? Huh? Because Drake Bailey talked about that, where he was getting massive amounts of downloads and stuff, right? Like, I don't think we're talking about the same thing. I thought, you know, we were talking about, you know, trying to create some type of expanse and on knowledge, right? But not trying to kill someone, eradicate someone, because what? They a little unruly? But no, I mean, look at you, Mugsy. You are clearly dictatorial. You're dictatorial back then, you're dictatorial now, and you're just going to keep doing your little socialist dance until the end of time, or until you have a major shift in your personality. If you can even have that, because apparently you're not human. I don't know how that affects you, but apparently there seems to be some type of affliction with your spirit consciousness. Best I can understand. I'll continue and see what else he says about that, especially that 7-Elevens or some shit. Which I was like, even like, oh no, we don't need no quickie marks and stuff like that, you know, all over the place. Now that I have to think about it, maybe we could have some type of quickie marks, but is it really gonna be quickie marks? You know, like, you know, 7-Elevens? Yeah, maybe, but not, you know. See, in the future, we're going to have a lot of science technology, and it can be bad things that can happen as well as good. So you gotta watch out for that. So yeah, you gotta be careful. Merchandise, totally can see merchandise. Yeah, merchandise sales and stuff. Yeah, let's continue.
Gonna trade in our XLM for XRPs, and then the XRP.
See, he talks about that type of stuff, you know, lingo, like, oh, he fixates on that a lot. See, don't talk about how silver needs to be, you know, bought. Everyone needs to buy silver. We don't want everyone to have silver, right? I would myself. I bought 2 silver coins, right, against the dark cabal, right? So I, you know, kept it to myself, right? The 2 silver coins. Apparently, I should have bought more, but because of, you know, afflictions, I guess I didn't have as much money as I thought I would, anyways. So I couldn't even afford 1 more coin, let alone 5 more. But nonetheless, though, you know, see, talking about, you know, all this Bitcoin and stuff like that. Man, how much money is he laundering? Jeez.
Ps will be traded from country to country, or not country to country, but from, well, it will be country to country, but from planet to planet. There'll be exchange. And now there's new information coming out that the space is going to have, like, super highways, pit stops, hotels, and, like, I don't know, 7-Eleven marts, where you stop and you can pick up food or whatever.
Right, because it's going to be on the outer, these are...
Well, replicators actually would produce food. That'd be more safe option. I don't know if you could have option cook or anything like that. Have, you know, food cooked, prepared by robots or whatnot, or in person. You know, like kind of like a Mongolian grill where they do things, you know, in front of you with a giant oven, surface top. But whatever. Anyways, regardless though, it's like he talking about creating a long-term footprint, like make Atlantis back in the day look like shit. Literally, make Atlantis back in the day where we humans, I would presume that we were here during that time where Atlanteans were around, right? To make it look like shit compared to, right? So see what to extend that, right? All over the place. In place of humans doing it, right? Now, this will I beg to differ. Because humans should be ones creating all this more on average. Now, how many fallen seeds got here through reincarnation in this 200-year time skip? What's he talking about? She is trying to explain how they're going to be cyber or whatever, space highways or whatever. Ugh. I mean, so it's like, ugh. A, the solar system have to be quarantined. B, any not humans here is probably going to be heavily tracked, somewhat safe form. Okay, this is humanity domain right here. I don't know how there are races here, like the so-called Martians, because apparently I've been hearing multiple reasons that we humans were at Mars at one point in time. I don't know if it was inside or it was outside, like a dome outside of it maybe, but it got, you know, all Saturn blasted to hell, and here we are with Earth now, like a 2.0 version of what Mars was, more of a flat plane, you know, quarantine zone, I suppose you want to call it quarantine, more like imprisonment, but where I feel like, but still, nonetheless, though, and it got flooded several times to get rid of all this Nephilim and star fallen angel type seeds and stuff. But yeah, they just thrived nonetheless, though. And look what happened. Supposedly a great mud flood took place too. Well, apparently, not only did the alien Lumar Dark Cabal entities come from, you know, like 300, 400, doesn't matter, whatever years, to now, and multiplied to trillions or something like that. But they keep on, you know, producing their, you know, corpsing against us humans. So they came from out of nowhere, like from little to nothing, to massive amounts with help from outside, of course. And they've been setting up base constantly. And here they supposedly lost, and hopefully humans can get the much help they need. May it be from anything, mental stress like PTSD, or usually you get PTSD from, you know, war and stuff, right? Not this, you know, long-term, you know, affliction, living like, you know, sick, garbage, like an animal, being thrown out on the streets or in cages, isolated from your own. Jeez, like no, not that much humanity. Jeez, literally, think about it. Damn, what life I must have led. Ay. Hopefully things can change very fast. I'm all over the place right now. I'm pissed off. So should you be? Because I know you've been affected too, human or not. And I ain't saying that you should die because you're not human. I'm saying that, hey, you know, need to find your own thing somewhere else. For whatever reason. Jeez. Away from humanity after 200 years or so. But dare you to do the majority of work with the space highways and stuff. I don't know. I mean, it would have to be very known at what level that you all got involved with. Because apparently you ain't getting involved right now to help us out. So there seems to be already some confliction at play right now. And here I and others have been asking for help anyways. For, you know, minor stuff to large scale stuff. Doesn't matter. In between. Nothing gets done. Why?
These are going to be on the outer moons.
Yeah, and the other thing too, maybe you can elaborate on this. I just learned that.
Yeah, outer moons. What does he mean by that? Let's go back a little bit.
These are going to be on the outer moons.
It's going to have like super highways, pit stops, hotels, and like I don't know, 7-Eleven marts where you.
Yeah, and she goes in and out of the solar system for business, and she comes back in a like hypersonic, you know, space way in her solar system, whatever, back to planet Earth or Mars or wherever she's stationed at for whatever reason or in how long. And after she had, you know, some hot sex with some, you know, or contacts or whatever, somewhere. Yeah, and she all pampered and ready to go and play, you know, housewife and stuff like that, and business wife, or balance that, you know, same old, you know, trope. Yeah, I call it called a trope, like, you know, like cement that they, you know, throw around, whatever. It's called occupation, and it's a cheap knockoff too. Yeah, it's not the real thing. I don't think you're going to be here after 200 years, Mugsy. Don't be surprised if you get kicked out of the solar system by then. Don't be surprised. Yeah.
Stop and you can pick up food or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, anywhere.
Be on the outer. These are going to be on the outer moons.
Oh, and guess what? Dunn begs to differ that ain't, you know, not going to be everywhere, but they're going to be in the outer moons.
Yeah, and the other thing too, maybe you can elaborate on this. I just learned this the other day. Yesterday.
Yeah, she got to, you know, seek that balance indirectly no matter what. It's good to have, you know, a counterweight every now and again. And she's a socialist, multiculturalist anyway, so she gets all the comfort anyways. It's not funny. To get all the support, the assistance. There got any views? Damn. No likes. Doesn't matter anyways. Multiple reasons. Yeah. So it means I'm more white. Oh. Okay, but being serious though, being super serious, I'm not in it for today now audience. I'm not in it for today's audience. I'm in it for tomorrow's audience. You know what I mean? Like a humans, you know, time to sign audience. Because I'm voicing my opinion now, which is where, if not the only human opinion that's level anyways. This is insane. This is insane. Oh, to be continued in a moment. Let me get through this part.
Yesterday, that actually our planets, our planet, ours.
No, not our. Currently maybe, but not, you know, after a while.
Spacecraft that we're on, Terra. It's like a car named Terra, right? So.
Funny.
So
Yeah.
this vehicle is staying put, and the sun.
Oh, it ain't going to stay put for all time, if not smacked on top of Jupiter and pointed straight to, you know, Draconics. We coming. We better have our, you know, what's our humanity how would I say, put together, if you know what I mean. We might accept you at surrender, so we could, you know, reform you into the light properly. Better be ready to surrender well ahead of time to humanity. Draconians. I can imagine, like, they on Draconians and they looking at, you know, the telescope or whatever they got going on, and they seeing from afar, and they seeing, and it's one of them saying, hey, my supervisor, you know, and he says, what's going on, you know, cadet? Well, I know we had human lunch yesterday, you know, we generating, you know, arm, you know, human arm the other day, and he said, yeah, what's the matter, you know? I'm looking at the so-called flat Earth, and it's looking a little, you know, moved, and it's moved where? On Jupiter, on Jupiter, yeah, and it looked like Jupiter is being colonized too. You don't say. So, what it had to do with us and our weighing the terror on our side of things. He says, well, funny thing is, when I'm looking at it from where we are, it looked like it pointed to us. A nervous laugh, and he says, back to his side. I mean, look, and they, you know, use courts of future frequency technology, how it would look directly at, or, you know, from where they are, you know, how it would all look, and it got a wedge center to it, like it laser pointing. Yeah, the dome, you know, Earth on the big ass Jupiter, you know, looking like it like it's a giant eye, you know. And he looking at it that, and he throws up. Yeah. Getting a little scared, aren't they? That's how much they fear us, Willie. That this is what we are capable of doing. We are just as capable as anyone else in this universe in certain ways with science, technology, and creativity. That it could be very shocking at times and very concerning to other races. And even the star, seed fallen angels, they'd be wondering where they're going to be in the future, right? It's all about dominance. If they do nothing wrong, what do they have to be afraid of? And why do they have to conquer and colonize? Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's continue. Good story though, right? Good story.
And the moon actually revolved around the planet. We don't revolve around the planet. They revolve around us. That's why you see one side. And when we went into the
I don't know, there seemed to be some type of puppet play display of sun and moon, or in like holograms or something like that going on. It's very weird how everything is set up in this dome, way it looks, but we got massive amounts of proof that the rocket's being launched and hitting against the dome firmament, and people wondering what is that up there? We're making all that like water vapor or whatever, like it's splattered or something like that. That's actually rockets hitting the dome with supersonic technology that they ain't allowed to be known to the public. Like I'm talking about, like it's beyond armor pilching. It supposed to pierce something that or blow up or do something with, I don't know, maybe like some type of space dimensional twisting, contorting, razor blade axing against the dome, whatever. See if it can cut through it in a certain way, whatever. I for surely do believe the dome actually can repair itself or something like that. But Hillary Clinton even said one or several times, it's still like how many cracks in the dome, but they still have yet to shatter that glass ceiling. Oh yeah, I got some clips of her saying something like that, right? Because they know, and this proves that they ain't human, anyways. That a human would know that, damn, they can't even get the hell out of here. Little long supposed Van Allen belt or whatever, the radiation belt around the so-called dome Earth. Now, do I know that there is one? There possibly is one. Outer protection perimeter. But I'm telling you, like, they can only get in and out through portals. And somehow they came from nothing, and they got assistance, and they, came from nothing to, beasting, right? So much it's not even fucking funny. And of course, it seems like the so-called light workers not only letting the they literally used, and I got video of it too. If I can find it. Damn it. It's gotta be this one. Nope, this one. I think it is this one, yeah. In fact, I think it is.
Well, you know what that means?
Yep, right here.
And basically what it said was it said that Kruger, when you need to wrap up any loose ends, and the guy waited there for a second, he did his biometrics on the door, and all of a sudden this female voice comes across, which was actually, I found out later, was Gabriel Kruger's daughter, Alexandra. And they brought me in. He hands them this black glass pad with my data on it. He taps their glass pad with it and transferred a file to her.
Yeah, so basically this secret space program super soldier speaks out against alien Lumar Dark Cabal entities and so on and so forth. Anyways, so what happened was Dark Cabal, and this is like a giant shitstorm at this point, by the way, and I'll tell you why in a moment. That oh yeah, I must have forgot some things to say, but I always try to get full circle and get back to whatever. But anyways, back to what it was though. How the alien Lumar Dark Cabal entities seem to have lost or forfeited their forces, but in such a way that the secret space forces gained, you know, freedom from the bad guys somehow, right? And they was actually wanting to. I heard that story from, you know, multiple others that they was wanting to colonize. Maybe even I heard this from Corey Good. Maybe I think I heard. But whatever. Anyways, they was wanting to colonize somewhere else and forget us. You know. Now I don't know how many of them, these super soldiers, right, are actually human. But guarantee you there are some that are not human. And yeah, you see the design, the thinking, you know, aspect on their end, that they would tuck tail and run away. Now, I'm not going to try to hold that over them, because I can understand, you know, at what degree they are suffering at. No, literally, human or not human, I can understand the degree of suffering, obviously. Now, of course, I would make the decision to fight, but they got turned around by the supposed good forces, but they don't want to help either. So any soldiers that got killed in a base, like I heard some, well, around like 200 of them got killed because of a trap or whatever. I don't know. Did they actually die, or did they got saved at last possible microsecond with super time travel space technology, right? Or spatial technology, right? So I presume that what took place. I hope it did. If it didn't, I mean, damn. I'm being kind of erratic right now, but I totally could collaborate if I could. Like I'm talking to someone, but I never seem to have that case. Like what, my mom, huh? Like I tried telling her the truth, but I can only get so far. But yeah, I'll review this guy later sometime. But I'm trying to get to one thing at a time. I'm probably going to have to save something for tomorrow. Probably going to have to save something for tomorrow. Man. I'm going to get back on track. Oh, here it is.
Okay, so then you can take this. I'm going to have you chip in a little bit. What do you think about that?
Well, everybody out there that thinks that this planet is round, has been lied to. Number two, they think it spins at 52,000 miles an hour. Okay. Now, folks, let's use some common sense here. All right. If this planet rotated at 52,000 miles an hour, if you got on a plane in New York City, you would be in Los Angeles, California, at the airport in 12 minutes. How many of you have got on a...
Willie, 12 minutes? Man, that's pretty fast. Like, that is so fast. Damn, is that the exact time, or you mean 12 seconds, or, like 1 second, or 1 or 2 seconds, right? Because that's a lot of rotation right there, right? Damn. Oh, or did he mean east to west? But it doesn't matter. Like, if you went from, yeah, okay, it does kind of matter. But if you went from west to east, though, man, that rotation, whoo, wait, damn, can you imagine that? Man, I mean, because the rotation coming to you, right? Can you imagine being on a plane like that? That don't make sense. Oh, and Alex Collier, he said he worked on or with satellites. Like, oh man, oh man, oh. Also IRS, but still, oh man, I swear. Oh man, oh. So much I could talk about tonight. It's not even funny. I could review my older videos, I get a little sleepy actually. How long is this? Been going on? Man, almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. Wow, that's insane. Wait, today is Friday. Damn, I got people who have work tomorrow too.
A plane from New York to Los Angeles and got there in 12.
Oh yeah, Los Angeles, but if everything rotating from east to west, if you think about why, when it rotates one time, yeah, that I don't know if that'd be 12 minutes. That would be fast when it rotates one time though, when you're in the air. That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. After I have heard this, I think last night, I can't remember specifically. Let me get a drink of water. I had this one commenter that is against flat Earth, and he was talking about how a jet or a airplane or whatever goes as fast or faster than a NASCAR driver. Can you imagine a Gatorade, chemicals, or even your own, chemicals? I mean, you like, man, you would need to take, piss, before weights, right? But nonetheless, though, and not be fat too. Can you imagine an overweight NASCAR driver? Come on. But whatever. Okay, let's focus. Okay. But he says that, and this is coming from a comment that a vehicle going 50 miles per hour, like 50 miles per hour, that ain't as fast as like 600,000 miles per hour or whatever. You know what I mean? Anyways, but however, this guy says an airplane, right, where you can walk around in, or a jet going like 200 miles per hour. So I'm like, oh, come on, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Airplanes are fake. Now, just because I say fake, that doesn't mean though that they ain't real. They just, manipulated to make sense to your, wait, that don't make sense, because what Kent Dunn just said, right? But I commented, precisely best I can. I could pull up right now, but I'm just like, get a little sleepy already. But no, I'm going to try to focus and really, drive in conclusion to all this. Oh yeah, for everyone. Oh yeah, when it listens to this far, this would be awesome for them to listen to, right? Try to end this show with a bang. Oh yeah. But yeah, I commented how ridiculous that is, even because it seemed like the airplane creates some type of wind resistance, and it's like secret science technology, right? And we looked at Mandela effect. Well, I mean, I didn't say that to him, but whatever. I'm talking about in general. We all know about the Mandela effect and how somehow the engines of a plane, get this, engines on a plane, it's more in a front. Like if you look at planes now, the engines are forward, not back like they used to be, right? So I don't know how's that even possible. That don't make sense. Someone tell me how that is possible. I can't make sense out of it. Like wow. I don't know how everything worked back in the day, but I don't know how it went from A to B so drastically. I mean, other than like a Matrix fuck up, right? What's that? What the Mandela fucked it? Mandela effect is all about, right? Let's continue.
12 minutes. Because the rotation, there's no gravity on this planet. This is part of the cabal, okay?
It's like more like electromagnet magnetism or something like that, but it's kind of like an effect of gravity in a way. It's not like so gravity. You know what I mean? It's like about density, right? Now I don't understand necessarily about like I could try to say, oh, gravity don't make sense because it doesn't crush the object into itself. That only operates on laws of the well, as it said, you know, the density of the object. Like my weights, my 40-pound weights are 40-pound one weight, right? Is because they, you know, barbell, not barbell, dumbbell. They are literally like a compacted. They, you know, loose. They don't have the plate weights, right? So they all one weight, right? And it's weight, but it's like a, you know, dumbbell, right? But it's all together in a hexagonal, whatever shape, whatever. Anyways, and you can pick it up with one hand. Oh, well, if you you can. And 40 pounds right there, right? But when you take half of me, it doesn't even equal 40 pounds, but I can move around easily, right? Because my mass, or density, I mean, is more mass, right? It's more all over the place. So it's probably easier to carry me. I mean, not easier to carry me, more able to disperse my weight on a object than if you had density wise, right? Because you can compact more density on a, okay, let's say 40 of me can fit on a something that can move like a cart, right? 40 of me can be placed on a cart, dead or alive, doesn't matter. Anyway, all right, but 40 pounds take like half the space, more compact, more dense, by the way, and you can put a lot more, like 120 or something like that, on that cart compared to 120 of me. You can't put 120 of me, but you can put like 40 of me because I'm more distributed. Weight is more distributed. Yeah, distributed, right? Distributed around in a area, right? Lengthwise, right? Obviously. I mean, I'm not that wide. But still. So, yeah, I mean, my leg got more mass than that weight, right? Obviously, my half my leg got more mass. Like, almost double the length of that dumbbell. And that 40 pounds right there, what the hell? Jeez. Think about that. So what I'm getting at is that thing going to be weighed down a lot more with like 120 pound weights, you know, per area that can be put on a cart. That cart might not be moving that well, but 40 of me though, I mean, could only fit on that cart. The same, you know, stack, by the way, height can only go so far, right? So if you think about, right, gravity isn't necessarily dealing with the laws of compression. You understand? Because you would think if it was dealing with compression more than density, like that 40 pounds would be a lot more heavier, it seems, right? That's why things from the sky don't fall faster than they do, right? What is gravity? Tell me then. You know, it's all about density, like a feather versus a leaf, right? Who knows what is more lighter, you know, but we'll find out, you know, in a moment, right? You know, go outside, find a feather, find a leaf, find the same size, cut it if you need to, and we'll find out, right? Why is it that a 40-pound weight falling from the sky falls harder and faster than, like, let's say me? Doesn't make much sense. if you don't apply laws of density, right? Best I can understand, right? Gravity don't make sense when you are in space, supposedly, like a satellite, right? That don't make sense. The rotation don't make sense. The fixed rotation around the star, the sun, don't make sense. There's certain aspects of gravity that just don't make much sense in a way. And it makes even worse sense when you talk about, if you could actually accelerate. Like, can you imagine a bullet, weighing like 40 pounds, like a cannonball, right? You'd shoot in a 40-pound cannonball or some shit out. That don't make sense, right? Even if you did like a 5-pound cannonball, right? Like, how does that work, right? With the whole gravity system. I'm getting a little off topic, but I know I'm sleepy right now. But think about it. Think about it. Velocity, right? There's something math involved, right? I'm getting all over the place, right? But how did clouds, something as fluffy as clouds, don't fall to the ground all the way? Don't make sense. They don't spin, that's for sure. There is something like gravity, but it's not fully gravity, right? I think that apple that hit Newton's head would have been more inclined to not hit him directly from above. It would probably came from, if the world did spin, it would have been definitely off to his side, and when it fell off, it landed on his head from an angle not directly above him. So there would have been a little more lightness to it too, also. Water don't make sense too, that for sure. Okay, I'm getting off track, but let's be honest. The rotation don't make sense. So satellites don't exist. Clouds, apparently they do exist, but guess what? They don't move as fast. Feathers, leaves don't move that fast to the side or directional speed unless it wind, right? Yeah, when there's a lot of wind, yeah. But we are not rotating.
But their way of explaining this is so old, and it's so in the books, okay? They don't understand that pilots fly over land. The only time they actually go over water is whenever they're going from one continent, like from the United States, North America, over to Europe, okay? That's the only time that they ever fly over water. Other than that, they always fly over land. And this is what every pilot has to sign an NDA saying, that you will never tell anybody that the Earth is actually flat.
That's true. And
but they have came out with still lives and said it on video. There have been video documentation. I don't know if it's on TikTok, but I've seen it on YouTube before. I might have seen it on TikTok, but I'm probably getting confused from TikTok and YouTube. But yeah, there had been literal times where pilots just casually just had to admit.
They're now, I swear, Tesla's making the new cars that are going to be, they're levitating cars, and the airports are being transitioned into being able to allow us to pull into an airport. The airplanes were all guilty of spraying chemtrails and child trafficking, so that's why they're being shut down. Now, one of the most crazy...
See how easily she tried to insert it and dodge it at the same time? I know I'm like a 0.5 speed, but she talks about... Tesla. She talks about Tesla, Elon Musk, right? To a degree, it's not even funny. However, let's look at this video I have prepared, and let's hear this out.
Congratulations to Elon Musk for
Oh, by the way, a Not Human runs this next news network, and this guy also is that's from the tweet. Actually, everyone is Not Human. Of the guy who runs this next news network, this guy tweet, especially with that blue check mark, and not Nikola Tesla. I mean Elon Musk. I met is Not Human also. Joe Rogan not human. Tim Pool is not human. The Quartering not human. You know, so many are not human, and I subscribe to a lot of supposed free thinkers, but they all just like, I'm about ready to just expose a shit ton of them for what they really truly are. More so, and I'm waiting till December 21st to really lay into everyone properly, of course, because you know, naughty or nice, you know, if you're not human, you are an active enemy against humanity.
Jeff Bezos is the world's richest person with a whopping $221 billion.
Let me load the speed for this one and make sure to. Can I turn up the volume?
One-time basis. Here's a tweet. Congratulations to Elon Musk for passing up Jeff Bezos as the world's richest person with a whopping $221 billion. Elon, to celebrate, I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Help us save 42 million people from starvation for just